the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And we come to you live from the Exit Wealth Studios right here in lovely Alpharetta. Also, I want to say go to exitwealth.com. Check it out. See if it's right for you. They're wanting people with big money, some money, that don't worry about it. And they actually mess with the market almost on a daily basis. And you can see it at all times. You can look up at your Schwab account and see exactly how much money they're making you. And they invest and they know exactly what's coming and what to invest in. If there's anything that scares me, if I had to do it over again with a 401k, I hate handling it the way I did, giving it to Fidelity and just I'm like, give me 30% risk, give me 50% that.
Yeah, they just go by your age and what do you want to do, and you just click a couple boxes and that's it.
And I got no control on it. I'm not anybody to those guys but a number. They don't even know who I am.
No.
Scary. That's why you got to get your money out of those. And if you're leaving the corporate life, Exit Wealth is definitely a place for you. Also, Exit Stage Left Advisors. These guys are advertising all over the place because I think a lot of people are looking at selling their businesses. It's a thing. And you can come to Jeff and I. Just go in my DMs. Let us know. We'll let them know. I'll set you up with the big guy, and everybody signs an NDA, and we don't talk about it. And you could sell anytime between now and 10 years. Do it when you want, but at least you know what your business is worth. And that's Exit Stage Left advisors.com, and you're going to either get Ted Jenkins or Lee Heisman if you don't go through me, and just tell them Southside Steve sent you. Keeps the endorsement money coming in.
Mm-hmm. And our beautiful studios. We have big, beautiful studios that we built here.
When you come to our studios as a guest, you pass by the Exit Wealth and the Exit Stage Left Advisor signage.
And the snack room. It's not even a break room. It's really a snack room at this point because they provide snacks.
Lots of good snacks. Yeah. And actually, I am the one that's ordering. There are some healthy ones in there I did not pick. But there's some good snacks, like kid snacks.
I know. As your buddy Axel says, you have the diet of a 4-year-old.
He does say that. And it still hurts when he does. And maybe it's true.
It's gotten better because I haven't seen you walk in with an Uncrustable in a couple years now.
Yeah, I've been better. I've been a little better. I'm not perfect, but I've gotten better. What is perfect is one business we're about to talk about. And I love the fact that somebody else is covering it too. But I do want to let you know, because this show is live without a net, and it is a 4-hour Atlanta radio show done in 30 minutes. At least we try to. Jeff was really pissy this morning, and you got fired up. So I already know what the track 13 song is going to be. I got a fire up song, and it's an 80s metal glam band.
And again, being a track 13, a song that radio doesn't play, but they should.
Radio should play this, and they don't. And I need to call Axel over at the river and go, look, way too much Journey, way too much Boston. And I love Journey. That's my favorite band.
Listen, I love all the bands on the river. This is my wheelhouse. I've always and this has been my passion since I even thought about getting into radio.
And for those of you that don't know, Jeff did do weekends for almost 5 years at the river.
Yeah, and I ran out of things to say.
All right,
because
you're not allowed to call.
It's the same. It was the same few songs. Who is it?
It's the wife. I mean, does she not know? Honey, you know I'm live on the air, but I have to answer it because I do radio live without a net. And it's a 4-hour radio show done in 30 minutes. If you're not familiar, it's called the Yeah Come On Show.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just calling because my left tire pressure says it's a 27.
Okay.
It's the temperature change.
It is the temperature change right now because we started off this morning at around 45 degrees. It'll heat up to 71. The pressure should change. But when you get to where you're going, if you could do me a favor, and don't get one of the kids to do it. That'd just be crazy. But if you got like your sister or who you're going to meet, if you could slowly drive where she could look at the entire tire, just make sure there's not a nail in it or a cut in it.
Okay. Yeah, because my other 3 tires are 35 and 34.
Yeah, I think you're fine. I do think it's a pressure thing, but let's make sure it's not a hole in your tire.
It's slowly leaking. I've had that happen 3 times in the past year.
Yeah, slowly leaking tires stink, but they can be plugged. So, you can get a rental car too from Regal Nissan, proud sponsor of Sports Today with Skipper, because they've got my truck, and they've had my truck for 4 days as I'm putting in a new DEF tank, and I'm driving a lovely metallic blue Frontier. Amanda, I'd love to see what they'd put you in if they need to have your vehicle for a week.
Well, I hope they don't.
No, but we will check it. You want to say hi to the audience? You get talked about, but you never talk to us anymore. We haven't had you on since we became the 4-Hour Podcast. You were a big proponent and one of the housewives of Fox FM. Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience right now?
You're much more interesting than me, meaning you, Steve.
Okay. You want to tell them that we need advertisers, too, to make this thing really push and move?
Yes.
Amanda and I had the finance talk, and I'm about to just get buck wild. Southside needs about $6 more grand coming in if we're ever going to put $1 away for the boys' college. So sad.
Well, got to hustle and get those sponsors.
I know.
In fact, let's get to our main one here because
we're going to get to a sponsor now, honey, but you're right. Get somebody to look at the tire, make sure there's no hole in it, or when you get to where you're going, just listen. If you hear air, that's not good. And call me back. Call me back.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
All right, so this is not it's a commercial, but it's also content because I was TikToking last night, and I follow a guy called Tony to Atlanta. Okay, he's got a TikTok channel.
Is he from Atlanta?
I don't know if he's from Atlanta, but all he does.
Does he have an accent?
No. But all he does is talk about Atlanta restaurants opening and closing and real estate opening and closings all over Metro Atlanta.
Oh, so he's got positive news and bad news.
Yeah, he just covers it straight up. And Tony to Atlanta. His handle is at Tony TONE TOATL.
I think this dude literally came into my world too, and I saw him talking about a Taco Mac going down.
Could be that, yeah. So he does those kinds of stories. Well, look what he posted last night.
Let's see it.
All right.
Tony to Atlanta out here along Windy Hill Road in Smyrna, where at Windy Hill Village, something small is coming soon. Small Sliders, that is.
Mm-hmm.
The burger
Look at
chain
that.
will open here, marking their first Metro Atlanta location. The chain entered the Georgia market in February of 2025 with a location in Stockbridge. Launched in 2019 in Louisiana, the chain was co-founded by former NFL star and New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees.
Did you know
The
that?
I did
chain
not.
relocated to Metro Atlanta in 2023. In case you haven't been, the menu at Smalls is quite small, with burgers, fries, sodas, and shakes,
And
not a
Smalls.
whole lot else.
And small.
This is one of several Smalls planned for Metro Atlanta in the months and years to come.
years.
Have you been to a Small Sliders?
No.
And where else would you like to see Small Sliders open
All
in
over
Metro Atlanta
Georgia.
and beyond?
Well,
Let us know and stay tuned to Tony to Atlanta for more updates.
there it is, Tony to Atlanta doing our sponsor, Smalls, which we will be at the grand opening on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
I actually messaged him. I said, hey, I love your content. We're going to be out there on April 14th. Do you want to come out and join us?
Oh, he
and be
might.
on our show because I love to talk to him anyway because he does a great content on opening all the restaurants in town. And
Yeah.
since we are both from Atlanta, we know we know all the places he talks about.
Tony to Atlanta. It's got
Yeah.
a good little ring to it. I dig it.
Yeah.
And I like anybody out there that's hustling. That's great. I'm glad he covered it because we are the official marketing group for those guys. You'll hear me cutting commercials for Small Sliders if we decide to go on various radio stations or companies. It is our job to get the word out. We're doing it. There is a Friends and Family on the 13th, Monday. Do we do that or do we just come in on Tuesday?
I think we do the big one on Tuesday.
We just don't come in there all big Ikey and let the families and everybody hug it out.
Let them have their time, and then we'll do our thing on the official day.
I just didn't want to act like I didn't care.
Yeah, no, we care.
And I feel like we're family. Coming up right now, Steve MZ, and it is brought to thee by David Markwell. I got to bring up Markwell Therapy. David Markwell is ready to talk to you. A lot of people are off center. Most of the people we talk about on Steve MZ definitely have an issue. Some of them have enough money that it doesn't matter how crazy they are. Britney Spears. Sorry, I had to call somebody out. Jesus. The worst dance videos. That girl did great choreography. And now that she's in a hotel room or wherever she is These are the weirdest dances I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How do you tell me you're on drugs or drunk?
Or not on drugs or drunk. Remember she did one with knives a while back.
I'm like, what are you doing? And her kids are living in Hawaii with her backup singer husband going, what the F?
Kevin Federline. He
Yeah.
turns out to be the hero in this deal.
Who knew? Who knew? But that's why you call David Markwell of Markwell Therapy.
CMC.
I kind of got one of those. You know how we used to do pick 3 in radio, and we can do that. We can bring back any of our bits, but I kind of give Jeff like 3 headlines,
Yeah.
and then you kind of decide on which story you want me to go deeper into.
Which clickbait story do I want you to click on?
Yeah, and they're all clickbait. Matthew Perry's death, the ketamine queen gets 15 years in prison.
Did that already happen?
I don't know. I guess
one of-
now
one of
people are
them-
still going to jail over that guy.
Yeah, someone, maybe another one just got sentenced.
Yeah, P. Diddy, good chance he gains freedom today.
Oh, okay. I like that.
You like that?
What's
Is
the third?
that getting to you? The third is Tiger Woods could do jail time.
No, I don't see that happening because you did talk to the president and all.
He
when
did call
when you
the
got
president.
Let's hear about P. Diddy.
You want to hear P. Diddy?
Yeah,
All right.
'cause
Well, then let me
sometimes
pull
I
that
think
up.
he got a little railroaded. I don't think he
Really?
he did some weirdo things, but I don't think most of it was consensual.
I wonder if it couldn't
His
happen.
worst offense was beating up the girl in the hallway. That's really what
that
took him down.
Yeah, and that should take him down. He's a piece of crap. Yeah, I don't like the guy anymore.
And I've noticed when I hear not Puff Daddy songs, that's the Notorious B.I.G. So when I flip around and hear it, and all P. Daddy does is just he's in the background just That's right.
It was his cool little dance move on stage
that's
too.
right.
He's
That's
like,
right.
yeah,
That's
that's right. That's right. That's right. Way to go. And people were like, I love it.
But he was, I will give him that, he was the producer. He did, kind of make the music, but in terms of rapping, he didn't do anything but just kind of sit back.
No. He's horrible. Well, here's the deal. Sean Diddy Combs could be a free man today. And I think this is a reason to talk to Chloe Melas next week because she was in the courtroom the entire time for NBC, and she reports on this show weekly right now. Like everybody, she's on vacation. Although I will tease that we will have Peter Conlon on in the green room tomorrow. He's still in town, but anybody with kids, they're gone.
I was driving around downtown yesterday, went down to Tech to see my son, and no traffic.
Wow.
No traffic on, even on the connector. No
Awesome.
traffic.
God, these people need to stay gone. We need to lose some population. He could be a free man because his lawyers, now he's paying through the nose for lawyers. He's like, OJ. He may spend his entire fortune and have to remake it just based on lawyers. But these freak-offs that he had, they were not a violation of any law, is what they're saying.
That's what I'm saying too. I think everybody was there voluntarily, as long as everyone that was over 18, and was there voluntarily, which I think they were, from what I gathered. Yeah.
All right, they're saying it was kinky porn that is protected by the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, kinky porn's got constitutional rights?
I guess.
I love it.
Little Diddy, and that's a solid argument, they're saying, was convicted on a Mann Act, which prohibits the transportation of prostitutes across state lines to engage in sex acts. Diddy's lawyers claim that the Mann Act doesn't apply to freak-offs in hotel nights where highly choreographed sexual performances involving costumes a lot of the times, role play a lot of the times, staged lighting with filming, so Combs and his girlfriends could watch amateur pornography later. In other words, these people would have sex, and you're not watching it on tape, you're watching it in person, and he's protected by the First Amendment.
Yeah, couldn't they argue that these guys were hired to make videos or make content, and that, yes, they went from one state to the other? Why does it have to be prostitution? Why can't it just be hired as an actor?
Yeah.
Just like, I'm sure porn stars, when they make porn in other states, women travel all over the country to make porn in different states. Yeah, I that's why I don't see anything wrong with this, because these guys were hired voluntarily, were paid to do whatever they do at the freak-offs. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Well, Diddy's legal team is also arguing that the 50-month sentence is out of line with sentencing guidelines. So they're saying the typical sentence for what he got nailed for is 15 months. Diddy has served 19 months so far.
He should be getting out ASAP. That's what they're arguing.
That's what they're saying.
He's done his time, more than done his time.
So we'll see if Diddy hits the streets today. And you heard it on Steve MZ and Jeff. I don't think I'm as wide open as you, but I get the system. I just didn't like him kicking his girlfriend in the hall.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
bad.
deserves some jail time for that.
And I think he served that. But in terms of the freak offs, let him do his thing.
Well, there you go. He's freaky. Coming up now, a little politictainment, and this is brought to you by one of our other sponsors, which I'd like to bring up, Rockin' Taco, where we will be March 7th. We do the first Thursday of every month. Sometimes we'll be there twice a month, and sometimes we'll just go and do our podcast. You'll always be informed when we're going to be there. It's nearby. It's in Roswell off Canton Road. Special thanks to the Rockin' Taco, and we will be there on the 7th with Synchronicity. You can get your tickets at Rockin' Taco, the rockintaco.com.
Polydictainment.
Well, I think the ceasefire is holding. But what Trump has been upset about is the non-support of NATO members, and he's threatening to punish them by us withdrawing troops from some of these countries who haven't supported us in this war with Iran and helping keep this Strait of Hormuz open.
Yeah, and I think you said it right. I hear a moose, like I said
Hormuz.
moose, but Hormuz is the correct pronunciation. I'm glad you're nailing that. Yeah, I think the strait's open. There hasn't been any missiles fired. So far, so good. I will tell you that the left is on him, from Jimmy Kimmel to anybody else that wants to talk. They always find a way to go after Trump. Yeah. And the latest is they're basically calling him a puss in boots. Like, oh, he's too scared. He didn't want to do this. He didn't finish it.
No, we didn't want to do it, but
why would he want to kill innocent people, and why would he want to destruct or destroy a country that he's hoping will overthrow this radical regime?
Yeah, they came to the table apparently, or said, okay, let's do a ceasefire, and then we'll negotiate for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and that's what they're going to be working on doing.
And trust me, in 2 weeks, if they don't do it, he'll go medieval. And you know why? Because you punched the tiger.
Well, then I see some people saying on TikTok or whatever that, yes, we have the ceasefire, but Israel may still want to participate. It's really Israel and Iran that are fighting. And if they don't want to have a ceasefire, which they may not because of many historical reasons, then it may be an issue. Hopefully we can keep everyone in line.
Yeah, but isn't NATO supposed to do that?
Well, that's what the problem is. He says they're not. He's put on Truth Social. None of these people, including our own, very disappointing. NATO understood anything unless they have pressure. They don't understand anything unless they have pressure placed on them. So he's threatening to remove troops and support, maybe even withdrawing from NATO altogether.
Right.
He's threatened that before.
I think it's a BS organization. We've all seen different movies where NATO is involved. The one where Black Hawk Down. If you saw that movie, you see that in the end, NATO comes to the rescue. They weren't there to begin with, but they come in with their light blue helmets and all that, and they're serving water and taking in our troops. And they've got vehicles that are grabbing some of our troops to get them out of the city, and they're being fired upon. That's the only time I've ever seen NATO, or I know for a fact they've been involved in anything. I think they pussyfoot around. I think they play favorites.
Well, and he always says they need to kick in some of the money, too, for all the military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be us supporting all of it. We need other countries to support the American military-industrial complex, but that's a separate thing. He also made another dig at Greenland because NATO didn't like this idea of Trump taking over Greenland. So he said yesterday on Truth Social, NATO wasn't there when we needed them, meaning helping with Iran, and they won't be there if we need them again. Remember Greenland, that big, poorly run piece of ice.
Yeah, and I don't know how Greenland is not on anybody I know's radar or mine. I don't have a damn clue about Greenland. Their citizens need to realize that. But if you're there for the taking, if others are looking at you, who would you rather join up with? A democracy in the strongest country in the world, or do you want Russia or China to grab you?
Right.
And why does anybody want to grab you? Why can't people just exist? I mean, I dig that, but I will tell you that as long as the ceasefire stays, we're good. Gas prices will go down. The market's exploding. And people just need to quit all the name calling. Why can't people just relax? Now it's time for true relaxation. Or is it time for betting? Or is it time for pimento sandwiches? The greatest golf tournament, my opinion, outside of St. Andrews, that course, is the Nationals. It is the Masters, and the world is watching Georgia. And where are they watching? They're watching Augusta. And everybody's shown up except Tiger. He's in trouble. But we're going to do a little sports here, and I imagine that's going to be the big talk, as right now we are underway, and it counts. No more practice rounds. This is Thursday, the first day of the 2026 Masters, and we're calling right now Skipper with Regal Nissan Service. He is the service manager, and he's on with us now for Yeah Come On Sports. Go,
How
buddy.
you doing today, guys?
Doing good. How are you doing on your vacation? You're one of the few people. It's weird when I go in the dealership and you're not there.
Hey, I got a wonderful team that always take great care of you whether I'm there or not.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to film it next week. I already told all your guys because I was in there to get some things out of my vehicles. Y'all are currently working on my diesel, and I'm driving a lovely Frontier. And I told everyone, y'all have got a great rental program there now. And also, you want people to rent those vehicles because if you come in to buy them and they got 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 miles on them, guess what? You're getting a great deal on a purchase. And that's where you don't
Yes,
get
sir.
stung so bad driving off the lot. But I just want to walk down. Maybe I bring Jeff with me too, but I just kind of want to do AI glasses and go right down your row and let every one of your service people, you know, once the doors open, of course, they just opened. But once I walk in, then the door closes behind me. And then just let them all introduce themselves, starting with Miguel in seat 1, go all the way down until I end up in your office. And that'll be a commercial for Regal Nissan Service. What do you think?
Sounds great to me.
All right, we do it next week. Until then, the floor is yours. Talk to us about sports. Take us where we need to be taken, Skipper.
Well, we're going to start out with the Masters because, of course, today's the first round, and the Masters is, to me, the best thing in golf. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big golf guy, but I will watch the Masters. It's on my bucket list to one day go to a round at the Masters. We got definitely some big names playing: Scotty Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau, Rory McIlroy. McIlroy winning it last year, defending champ. So we'll see how that goes. I'm picking Scotty just because I'm a big Scotty Scheffler fan. So that's who I'm going with. Weather seems to be really nice this weekend. Good temperatures. Doesn't look like there's going to be rain. So should be a great, beautiful weekend for the Masters. And come Sunday, we'll see what it comes down to.
Yeah, dry weather. Everybody's there but Tiger. It ought to be exciting.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger not there. Tiger's not there. He's in a little bit of trouble again. But you know what? Money gets you out of trouble. So I'll be watching the Masters today. What else is going on in the sports world?
I was going to bring up the Braves because last time we talked, they were a little bit of a skid, but then they won the last two, playing much better. But specifically, the fight that broke out the other night. Did you see that?
Oh, I did, and we talked about it already on sports with me. But I keep seeing the replay. It's all over social media. The high points are, smack talking. When you look at it, and correct me if I'm wrong, he throws high, but it hits the backboard, rolls back to the catcher. We almost get an out at second where somebody's stealing, and then I guess trash talk starts, and after that it gets a little nutty. I'll let you take it.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like it's the trash talk because that pitch, if it wasn't high, it was over the plate. It's just really high. So it wasn't in. So it had to be that there's some smack talk, in which Soler has gotten the best of Lopez. I think it was his 5th home run against Lopez or 6th home run. So they definitely have some history there, but it was a little surprising that it turned into a fight. But one thing that I was pleasantly surprised by was our manager going in there and doing the takedown. Did you see that?
I did, and that guy, I hate it that everybody's amazed that a 63-year-old guy can tackle somebody. I'm 61, and I damn sure can tackle somebody. He's not that old.
I mean, that was perfect form. And what made it even better was Soler when they interviewed him after the game. He wasn't even mad at Walt. He's like, yeah, he did the right thing. You know, he loves Walt. You know, he was a coach here while Soler was here with the Braves during the World Series run. So they have a good relationship, and he even said it. Yeah, Walt did the right thing by taking me down.
Yeah, if you tackle somebody, the fighting stops. And then they see
Exactly.
and they see it's a manager. Nobody's going to hit a manager, but most managers, Bobby Cox included, most of them stay near the dugout. They'll walk out, but they don't get involved. For him to get to him as quick as he did, he was running fast. And I don't know if he was running out there to talk him down, but then he said, no, I got to physically take him down. This is there were haymakers being thrown. So that was exciting.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If you haven't seen the video,
Well,
it's worth watching.
Well, and I think that just shows you that Walt is a player's coach.
Yeah.
Like all the players, being someone that jumps in there like that, like it's just a small microcosm of it. But he just showing you that he'll jump in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that's different than what we have with Snicker. I think that fire, that energy is something that I think is helping the Braves this year. I think that you're seeing the team start to take some of that energy and show them the play. So I definitely think that should hopefully translate to the field from your leader.
Yeah, well, that is a good sports update. Is there anything else pressing, or are we good?
I mean, well, we got the Hawks. They got 2 more games. They really need to win both of them to clinch the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. They got a game tonight and a game on Sunday. So we'll know by Tuesday when we talk where we're sitting in the playoffs.
Is this the best Hawks team you've seen in 20 years?
Not the best. When we had the playoff run in 2021, when we went to the Eastern Conference Final with Trae Young before he stepped on the ref's foot and rolled his ankle, that was a really good team. And then the 2016 Hawks with Al Horford and Paul Millsap, where we got the number 1 seed. Those 2 teams were probably better than this team, but this is up there.
Yeah, I don't know how old you were, but I covered the Hawks in 96, 97. I did a billboard stunt. Steve Smith and I bet I couldn't shoot 9,600 baskets. So to prove a point, I did it on a billboard in Buckhead. And then we went, that was a Christian Leitner team too. We went to the playoffs, and I got to take 2 listeners to Chicago, and I got to see Jordan play in Chicago. And that was like a huge, huge moment. That's the Hawks team I remember.
See, you got blessed to grow up during, or being an adult during the Michael Jordan era.
Yeah.
I saw the very end because I was like 5, 6 years old, so I really didn't know I was watching. But I go back and watch Michael Jordan games. Those are some of the greatest. He's still the GOAT. No matter what you say, Michael's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. We know who the GOATs are. We know 3 in 3 sports. That's a date and a conversation for another time. Take us out, and I appreciate your time on vacation, Skip.
Yeah, this has been Skipper, Service Manager, Regal Nissan, and Yeah, Come On Sports. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on!
Yeah, come on, and yeah, come on golf carts. Hey, it's Southside Steve with the Yeah, Come On show, talking about one of our fantastic sponsors, and that would be North Atlanta Golf Carts. North Atlanta Golf Carts is located in Dawsonville off Highway 53 East, or you can go to Buford, where they're located off Thompson Mill Road. Either way, they've got lots of brands for you. They've got Yamaha, they've got Club Car, and many others. Whatever you're looking for, they've got it, and they've been in business since 1997. When you get there, ask for Craig Riddle. He's the man. He'll be at 1 or 2 locations always during the day, and then ask for the Yeah, Come On deal. He's already prepared to give you $500 off a used golf cart. So whether it's new to you or brand new, however you want to customize it, do you want it delivered? They've got parts, they've got accessories, and they work round the clock. Monday through Saturday, they're open. Sunday, they're closed. That's North Atlanta Golf Carts. Yeah, come on. That was fun. One of the pre-recorded commercials that we've done to help advertisers on our social media. Occasionally, we'll throw those in on the show. I want to thank Mike. That was pretty slick.
I was just about to say, a round of applause for Mike. It's been a flawless show. I'm the only one that can ruin it now by my rant that I'm still fired up about. We were talking about off the air before we started. That was going to relate to your track 13 today.
I got to tell you, I'm a little scared of what the rant could be. If it goes along with what we were talking about, you have a problem with programming in Atlanta radio.
I've always had a problem with rock radio programming because, number one, they have this thing called day parting where you want to, on a rock station, you don't want to play the heavy songs in the morning. Play those at night. You want the softer, the softer songs during the. Screw that. If you're a rock fan, you like a rock station. If I like Metallica and you're playing Metallica, I don't care if it's 7 in the morning or 7 at night. Okay, pick some good songs, put it on shuffle. Boom, the thing's programmed.
Now we're talking.
Okay, I don't know, and I've always had this issue since I wanted to get into radio. I thought I'm going to get in there and I'm going to change it. I'm going to play the really good rock songs, the deep cuts, the track 13s.
Yes.
And I realized early on that ain't ever going to happen. Still doesn't happen. That's why you have to have track 13 on the Come On Show.
But I can tell you that is the rant I had to hear, and that was a softer version than what I heard this morning. I went, well, Jeff, you've now made it easy. There's a song that I was listening to yesterday, and I'm like, I don't know if I always knew the words back when I first heard it, but it's called Blow My Fuse.
Oh, yeah.
And your fuse is blown.
Yes.
Here on a Thursday.
It's a great Thursday, and I love this song. Again, a great song that should be played on a heavier rock station. This is Kix. They had a few
Kix.
hits. The only song that really made the radio for them is Don't Close Your Eyes. Their
And
ballad.
I love that song. That is a ballad. Don't close your eyes.
But this is from Kix, and it does kick ass, so to speak. So that's That's how we'll end, because my fuse gets blown whenever I talk about classic rock and rock radio. I can't help myself. So we will do that for track 13. Watch the video, listen to the song in the description. It is Kix, Blow My Fuse on the Yeah Come On Show.